evening and to be able to welcome all of you to our training this evening. I want to welcome all our guests. I know we could be having such in our midst, and even all the distributors and all the members, all the promoters, everyone on the call from Kenya, East Africa, Africa, the US, Canada, and wherever you could be hearing us from. I want to tell you, karibu sana, welcome. And this is a great day because we are having a wonderful, wonderful training today with a wonderful trainer. And I'm always excited when this lady is training us because she's really great in what she's doing. And I'm so happy that she had gotten a chance out of her very busy schedule to be with us. So my name is Purity Dongo. I'm a lecturer by profession. 8 years ago, somebody introduced me to this wonderful opportunity of Neolife, and I've never looked back. I was told in this opportunity, I can have good health, I can have money, and I can travel the world. And for sure, I can tell you, over my 8 years, I have actually been able to get all this. I've been able to have very good health for myself and for my family. And even for many other people who I have invited in this opportunity, and they have been able to benefit a lot from the health. Others have benefited a lot from the business part of it. They are earning money. And even many have been able to travel through this opportunity. So I'm so happy that this opportunity has helped me to touch very many lives. Today is Tuesday. We normally talk about our health. And we normally say in Neolife that your health is your greatest wealth. You can never be able to make money if you're not healthy. You can never be happy even if you have all the money in the world and you're not
sleeping dress.
And we always try to learn how we can be able to benefit from our great products of Neolife. And every Tuesday we normally hold this training so that we can be able to learn about our products, how they work, and how we can be able to be using them as members, and even how we can be able to be helping many other people, because we are here to help so many people to have very good health. So this evening we have a wonderful speaker. She has been here before. The members, they have heard her, they have listened to her training, and I'm sure you're also very excited that she is here. And that is Margaret Amulavu, one of our team members who is going to be with us this evening, and who is going to tell us about how we need to make our body healthy by doing what we call detoxifying or detox. And every one of us, whether you are healthy, whether you are not sick, we all need to detoxify our bodies, because we know that in our daily lives we experience so many toxins in the food, in the food, in the water, on the air, everywhere we have toxins. And therefore, we need always to be detoxifying our bodies once in a while, just to make sure that we are having very good health and we are preventing our attacks of diseases. And at this time, I want to welcome our guest speaker. And Paul, please kindly mute everyone. Paul, some people are making noise. So I'm requesting Paul to mute everyone. If you're still there, make sure you are muted. Don't just mute yourself so that we can be able to hear each other. So I want to welcome our guest. I know she's ready and very ready for us. So Margaret Amulavu, you're most welcome, and we are happy to have you this evening. So karibu sana, you can take it up.
Thank you very much, Purity. I hope I'm loud and clear. You can hear me well?
Very well. Continue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. For everybody who's on the call, welcome to our product session this evening. I'll just introduce a little bit about myself, and then we'll be able to go to the session. As Purity has said, my name is Margaret Amulavu. And before this business of health and wellness, I work for an international bank. But after working for this bank for 8.5 years, I chose to resign because the job was stressful. I would get home very tired. I didn't have time for my children. I had no freedom when to work, where to work, with who to work with. Asking for leave, sometimes I wouldn't get it. And so at one point I said, you know what, I can put my career on hold, but I cannot put my children's lives on hold. And so after working for this bank for 8.5 years, I chose to resign. And the people who saw me resign knew that maybe something was not okay with me, because when I resigned, I was actually below 30 years. And I was so sure that I need to leave the job that after I resigned, I even paid the bank their 1 month in lieu of notice. That is how decided I was that I needed to leave. And I did not consult anybody when I decided to leave, including my own husband. But one of the things I thank God for is that I think I went to the bank to get a husband, because I got a very supportive man. Because when I decided to resign, like I told you, I did not warn him. And at the time I resigned, we had a house loan, we had a house mortgage, we had a car loan. We already had 2 children. And our younger one was just about a year old when I decided to, about 6 months old when I decided to resign. And so I left him with a huge responsibility of taking care of me and these 2 children and the mortgages and the loans. So I always tell God, I always say that I'm very fortunate that I got a very supportive husband, and we met in the bank. Apart from that, I've been involved in health and wellness now for the last 24 years. And it is always a pleasure and a privilege for me to talk about these products, because I've used them over the years and they've been of great, great benefit. And I've helped a lot of people, and also the people on this call who have invited you. Consider them a very, very dear friend, because today we are saying health is your greatest wealth. At the point of the world where we are in now, I think people now know that you cannot even accomplish or achieve anything without good health. And so you're very fortunate. Whoever has invited you, I want to tell you after this call, please call them back and thank them, because they are a really true friend. Somebody who can offer you health is a dear friend, because they're offering you more than any other thing in the world. And the business is great. After doing it for 24 years, I work from home, and like we are all at home now. And I've been able to earn a good income. I always say that the bank cannot afford me at this point in my life. I have the freedom of time. I choose who to work with, where to work with. And I don't have to ask anybody or leave a leave form when I want to go for, somebody says they can't hear me. I think maybe the challenge can be on your side, because I think I'm loud and clear. Yeah, just check your side, wherever that is. And then the other thing is that I've been able to bring up those children. At the time I left the bank, what I remember is that our older son was only 5 years, and that boy is turning 29 at the end of, in October. And I've got a younger one who is now 19, that is our youngest child. And so it has been nice to be at home to bring up these children and to be there for them. In fact, I want to challenge the men on the call that when you get a family, and especially when you get a wife, you do yourself a favor, do something that can help your wife bring up those children, because children brought up by a mother and somebody else are totally different from the ones who are brought up by other people. And I've benefited a lot, like I said, working from home, having a good income. And then the other thing, the business has helped me to travel. I've been to South Africa, several towns, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, Bloemfontein, been to the UK, been to Mauritius. And next year we are looking forward to going to the Czech Republic. And so if you're on this call and you want to enjoy some of those things we've talked about, please talk to the person who invited you to talk to you about how you can do it as a business. And I think I just want to say that for now. And let me share my screen and we can go into our topic of the day. And I just want to, yeah. Let me just, okay. I think we are good. So we are going to talk about Detox. And I want to say that Detox is a program that you should do at least once in a year, on the worst side, or at least twice a year. But with one of our new programs, you can actually do it every single month. And we are going to talk about that. And Detox is not a new thing. It is a way of cleansing our body, because through the year, there are certain things that happen in our body. And you know, we clean our houses every day. After we've used certain things, we clean them. We take our cars for surveys after a certain mileage. But most of us do not do anything about our bodies, even after it has served us for the number of years that we have been. Some people I know on this call, probably if you're a guest, you've never probably heard of a detox, and you're wondering what is that. So a detox is a program that you should at least do minimum once a year. And we say that at least if you're above 18, people 18 and above are the ones to be able to do a detox. And I'll take us through the company that is helping us do this program and products today. Our company is known as Neolife. It was started by just that, is known as Neolife International. And Neolife was started off by this young man known as Jerry Brasfield at 19. and he had a health challenge, asthma. And after using natural remedy or some of the products that we're going to talk about this evening, he totally recovered from asthma, and he decided that he wanted to make a bigger impact in the world other than just that he's the only one who benefited. And our company is now found in 55 countries of the world. And we've been in business for the last 60 years. Actually, this year we've done 63 years. So from 1958, this company has been on, and 58 years is not a short time. That is shows it's not a fly-by-night company. And the fact that it's international, that tells you can actually have a business in each of these countries, and you can be able to sell and use these products from any of these countries across the world. Our products are done by a scientific advisory board, a board of scientists that are very well versed with what they do, that are knowledgeable, that have studied, and actually pioneers in their own right. On the extreme left, there's a man called Dr. Arthur Fast, this man, gentleman here. And this man was really involved in oral chemotherapy. He was a top toxicologist. A toxicologist is somebody who understands how toxins get into the body and their effect in our body. In fact, Dr. Arthur Fast was one of the people who recommended that for you to keep away cancer, you must at least be involved in a detox. That's where the detox comes in. That as long as you at least do a detox, it is unlikely that you will get cancer. And even if you got it, it will probably not be as bad as if you didn't do it. And then these other scientists, we say they are who is who in the world. If any scientific or information on nutrition and health is to come up anywhere in the world, you're going to find one of these guys there. So they're the best, they're the top of the top. And Neolife is the only company in the world that has got what we call a scientific advisory board. So we don't just say our products are natural. They are natural, but we also have a backing up of the scientists. So as you listen to these products, listen with a very good and clear conscience that we've got who is who. We've got doctors, we've got nutritionists, we've got, people who understand about health and everything. And so I want to define what detox is in short. It's a process of removal of toxic and healthy substances from the human body. Our body gets toxins, and this is how we get toxins. Number one, from the food we eat. Sometimes we eat food that has got toxins. Some toxins are preservatives, colorants, additives in food that are put there through chemicals that compose them. Like if you realize some people eat food because of the taste, some of us take even some certain drinks because of the color. And we are saying that those things eventually end up in our body. And the thing about toxins is that our body cannot naturally remove them. With time, you actually need to aid the body. And so we are saying that also some of the things that are put in food processes, things like nitrite. Nitrite is usually used in sausages. And if you read the sausage pack, it actually says carcinogenic. The only thing is that because most of us do not read, I know that we go shopping and you just see something and you buy. I would advise you from today, please read labels, because if you read labels, there are a lot of things you're going to understand. So when you see that word carcinogenic, it just means cancer causing. And that means that if you eat a product that has got that word, even if you took the people who manufacture it to court, they would say, we have written it, it is you as refused to read. And then there are things like fertilizers. Some things, even pesticides, refined grains. Refined grains are usually white processed foods, white bread, white rice, white chapati, we eat white ugali. And we are saying those things contain some metals that are in them that are not good for us. When it comes to pesticides, one of the things is that the first place that people were found with cancer were actually farmers. And they realized farmers were the very first people to be identified as people who got cancer, is because of all the pesticides and all the things they put as their farming, the artificial fertilizers, the pesticides, the fungicides. And actually, when it comes to farming, it is so serious that there is one major anti-fungal or a weed thing that is sprayed on the ground even before food is grown. It's called Monsanto. Monsanto is a thing that is sprayed. It is an anti-weed thing. And this particular thing stays on the soil for 30 years. Can you imagine 30 years? So no matter what is done, as long as Monsanto has been sprayed to remove the weeds before any farming has taken place, anything grown there for the next 30 years will affect us and for some generations to come. Then even from the water that we drink, there are some heavy metals that are found in drinking water and some toxins, and also some things that are found in soft drinks and even alcohol that is made. So as we consume the inhale, and when we talk about air that we inhale, industrial and air pollution, I know there are some places that are near industrial areas. And I remember at one time, I think I lived in such an area that had so many factories around actually the South C, South B area. And every morning when you woke up, you find like a cloud of soot over those areas. And it's because of the many industries that are there and the air pollution. And just to let you know how serious air pollution is, in 1998, when we had the bomb blast, the unfortunate incident that we had, that was just celebrated early this month on the 7th of August, there was a very unfortunate thing about that blast, because they said if a pregnant woman passed through there, it did not matter at what stage of pregnancy you are, you would actually get a maimed or deformed child. You can imagine that's how serious air pollution is. And even to talk about things like bombs in places like bombs, there's a historical place that is called the Nagasaki in Japan. 50 years after that bombing, people are still getting maimed and deformed bodies out of just being in that location. So things that are put in the air are very, very dangerous and serious. Another story I remember of the air is a place that is near here in Syokimau. There was a factory that was there, and there was a man who complained that his children started wheezing and getting lozenges. And when they checked, it was because of the industrial waste that was coming out from the factories that were around the area. So air is a very, very serious thing. And then, of course, tobacco smoking, and then lack of elimination. I know that many people do not think that not eliminating is a challenge. Actually, my daughter or my son or my husband, wife, they are not eating, my mother, my father, but there are very few people who go to say that I'm not able to eliminate. Some people stay 2-3 days without eliminating, and that is really, really serious, because out of every process that produces something, there's always waste. So as food burns to give us energy, there's a waste that should come out. And if we are eating every day, then you should at least eliminate every day, at least once. You must go for a long call. And there are people, like I said, who don't go for a long call, even a week. And that is serious, because those toxins with time, they start circulating in the body and they cause far much more damage. They slowly become a growth, it becomes a tumor, and within no time, it becomes something else. So not eliminating should really, really worry you. So if you're not eliminating, you're actually very sick, and you need to address that particular issue. Now, the challenges of toxins, like we said, is that number one, they disrupt what we call a normal metabolic function. Metabolism is the rate at which food burns to give you energy. So when you eat, there's a rate at which food should burn to give you energy. So when toxins are there, you can end up with what we call a slow metabolism, where you just feel satisfied like the whole day. There's no time you feel hungry. And it's like food takes forever to go through your gut system. Then eventually, this could also lead to things like asthma, chronic fatigue. Chronic fatigue is that you're so tired, even if you sleep for even 2-3 days, you're still tired. We call that chronic fatigue. Then there's infertility. Some of the challenges of people being infertile is not that they're not fertile, they've got too many toxins. And then inflammatory diseases. Inflammatory diseases include things like arthritis, any joint issues, any burning things, growths in the body. That is also a part of inflammation. And then neurological disorders. Neurological is a nervous system, your nervous system not working very well. And then obesity, being too big for the size of the body that you have. And then not to mention cancer and cardiovascular diseases, cardiovascular heart attacks, strokes, palpitations of the heart, basically issues to do with the heart, cholesterol, allergies. The people have got an allergy almost to everything. They just seem to be affected by almost everything. And of course, we talked about arthritis, and then a number of skin challenges. In fact, for one of the things, if you ever find yourself with a skin challenge, please know that is an indication that something is wrong on the inside. Don't just address it from the outside, because skin is two-way. It is affected by what we eat, it is also affected by what we apply. So find a skin challenge, please then kindly do yourself a favor and do a detox. Now, the other thing is about the challenges of toxins. Like I said, we can also get challenges of I forgot to mention that you can also get toxins from the cleaning products that you use. Some of the cleaning products that we use, most of them have got labels, either saying that use them with gloves, or if somebody takes them, rush them to a doctor, and you don't even want to think if a child swallows some of these cleaning products that we have, what would happen. All those different fragrances of the cleaning products we have, they're not just fragrances, they are things we are inhaling because they are being emitted into the air. And then also the skin products that we apply. There are products that are very dangerous. Some people apply skin products that change the skin color. And I want to let you know that by the time your skin color changes, it's actually skin deep. It has already interfered with the blood composition. By the time it is affected, it is showing on your skin, it has done many other wrong things in the body. And so when you apply the wrong skin products, you end up with things like skin cancer, and it could also damage your liver and your kidney, which are the basic detoxifying organs. So it is important to look out for all those things. And then when should one detoxify? One of the things that you really benefit from is that you give yourself a sense of inner peace and calmness, and it's recommended at least once a year. But these are some of the people who need to do a detox. For a person who is starting on healthy supplements, like the Neolife supplements for the first time, if you have never used supplements in your life, we recommend, especially our Neolife supplements, they need to start on a clean body. We recommend that you actually start at a detox, because some of the toxins you might be carrying around could interfere with how they perform. Then the other one is somebody who wants to shed or reduce weight. Actually, when you do a detox before your weight program, you're going to realize you lose actually 3 to 4 kilos. Actually, in a year, you collect between 3 to 4 kilos of waste. And so when you do a detox before your weight program, you already shed of 4 kilos of what is you're carrying around. And then, of course, somebody who has been on medication for long periods of time, maybe they've been sick for too long, or they've been on medication for long, because medication, again, treats one thing and leaves another thing in our bodies. And then somebody who has got recurring skin challenges. We talked about skin challenges, the acne, the rashes, the boils, some black spots that come on the skin. Some people get peeling. Some people get a lot of skin dryness. So some of those things could be that you actually have a lot of toxins that are interfering with your skin. And then people who work in industrial areas and are dealing in chemical production or products that have got chemical. Those people seriously need to, which are those people? People who work like in construction sites, they're inhaling a lot of cement and all the things that are there. People who do painting, people who make chemical soap. I don't know if you have been around the industrial area, around where they make soap. Actually, as you just pass through that road, as you're heading to DT Dobby, there is just an awful odor that comes into the air of a place that they make a chemical soap. I don't want to talk about the soap because it's not right for me to discredit anybody, but I just want to let you know that there is a lot of chemical things that are done. So if you're working in those chemical areas, you actually then need to do a detox at least minimum twice a year, because those toxins are going to interfere with you. People who also are in road construction, I don't know if you have been observant, people who construct roads, every so often you see them taking a packet of milk and they're trying to diffuse the toxins that are coming in through their work. Now, which body systems do we detoxify? Usually we've got 3 body systems. We've got what we call a circulatory system that has got to do with our blood. And our 2 main detoxifying organs are the kidney and the liver. So when we are doing the circulatory system, we're actually helping the liver and the kidney to detoxify. And there we use a product called BetaGuard, which I'll go into more details into. And then we've got the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the one that has got fluid. So you've got blood, and then you've got fluid within the blood. And the lymphatic system, the best way is to understand is if you get a hurt at a toe, especially the toe, there's usually a swelling that comes on your loins, and there's just like a pain on the joint. And that is a way of the body showing that the immune system is setting in not to allow bacteria into your body. So we have got what we call the lymphatic system. And that is also the one that if you get hurt, there's a swelling. And that one we use the multimineral plus alfalfa product. Then we also have got to support the digestive system, which is our natural system for elimination. So after all the toxins have been collected in the body, then they need to be eliminated. And there we use a product called stage 6. And then there is also the colon, the large intestine. In fact, 70% of the immune cells are found in the large intestine. And that's why when people get a colon challenge, then they actually go down very fast, because if the immune cells are not being formed, there's very little you can do. And the other thing about the colon, it also helps us to regulate the motion. If your colon is not working very well, you've got very loose stool, or sometimes it is very, very hard. And if it's very hard, you end up with things we call hemorrhoids right at the end of the anus, and they're really painful. It's like a nerve ending that bursts. And if it gets very bad, you can actually have to go for an operation. So it is important that your gut system, especially that large intestine, works well. And then we've got, of course, the small intestines. The small intestine, the biggest thing they do is to help with bacteria. So we've got good bacteria and bad bacteria. How you know that your small intestine has got bad bacteria is when you're craving for sugar too much. If you find yourself always wanting sugary things, it means that your small intestines have got the bad bacteria. So we've got good bacteria and we've got bad bacteria that is found in the small intestines. Now we've got different detox programs available. We've got a 30-day detox that has got 5 products, or you could use a minimum of 3, which I'll go through the 2 of them. That particular one of the 5 products or 3, you can do it for 30 days. And then we've got the Neolife 3-day detox. This Neolife 3-day detox, I'll advise you to go to YouTube. Just type Neolife 3-day detox program. And there's a very basic program there that has been put there for 3 days. And then we've got another detox that is not here. We call it a half detox, that you can actually use one product and it goes for about 10 days. And I'll explain how the half detox goes for. The other way of detoxing is to go for a fast. I know that many people have taken that fasting is usually done only for prayers. By the way, that fasting, in as much it's all linked on religion, it's actually a form of detox. So sometimes they ask you to fast for a number of days, where you can be told to do what we call a Daniel fast, where for 21 days you only eat fruits and vegetables, you don't do any dairy products, and you just stay on fruits and vegetables. It's called a 21 Daniel fast. Or you can do a water fast. And if you do a water fast where you're only consuming water, it's recommended don't go for more than 3 days. And you'll be amazed that even if you do a water fast, in as much as you're only taking water, you're going to be surprised that you still go for a long haul, and there are a lot of things that come out of your system. Another way of detoxing is massage. And I know that massage has got a negative connotation because we see people drawn and interesting things on billboards. We are not talking of that kind of massage. We are talking about a professional person who is doing it the right way. So massage is also a form of detox, or when we take steam baths, or when we go to the sauna. For those of us who understand that when you go to some very well done gyms, you're going to get a sauna, and you're also going to find that you can actually, through the sauna, you can actually detox. So when you go into the saunas, you're actually doing a detox, or a steam bath, you're actually detoxing. Now, what are the benefits of a detox? Number one, you're going to get improved digestive function. You find you've got reduced fluid retention. There are people who retain fluid a lot, and it's usually swellings. Some people, when they travel, their feet swell and everywhere swells. That is fluid retention. Then there's bloatedness and discomfort, especially with your stomach. And then there's improved intestinal health and well-being. You're able to eliminate very well on a daily basis. And then reduced cravings. Remember I said that if you've got bacteria in your small intestines, you crave especially for sugary foods. And then, of course, you can get to lose the weight. The other benefit is on the cardiovascular system. That has got to do with your heart function, lowered blood pressure levels, reduced blood fat levels. Blood fat is usually cholesterol. Cholesterol does not mean it is fat for fat people. You can find a very thin person with cholesterol. Cholesterol is fat deposits that are in the blood vessels or the veins because of the bad diets that we eat, the refined foods. Then improved liver function, and the liver really needs to function well. And then reduced inflammation, the swellings and the pains and the aches in the joints. And then, of course, skin and anti-aging. It clears the skin, helps to reduce bad odor. Some people's odor, when they talk to you, some people you need to walk away or almost stand at a distance, because each time they open their mouth, there's a bad odor coming from there. And then also it avoids premature aging. Premature aging is where somebody is 20 and they're looking like they're double that age. We are saying, yes, you need to be at a certain age. We are not saying don't have your age, but don't look too old beyond the age that you are. So it avoids premature aging. And then there's increased vitality and energy. Remember, I talked about chronic fatigue. So some people are actually chronically tired because they've got all these toxins in their body. And do you know that if you don't have good energy levels, there's nothing you can do? Even that dream and vision that you have, you cannot achieve with very low energy levels. And then increased feelings of vitality, improved overall flexibility, and assist with natural migraine relief. Migraines are some headaches that happen for some people. They can be at the front of the forehead or on the side of the forehead. They just seem to affect a certain part of the head. And then there's the balancing of the hormones. And I know that we are used to women having the challenge of hormonal imbalance, but I want to say that men also experience hormonal imbalance. And the hormonal imbalance for men is actually worse than the one that is for ladies, because for men is when they start getting female features. I know you've seen men who look like they've got a bust, they've got a backside. If they wore something that is full from up to down, you would not tell whether it's a man or a woman. That is a form of hormonal imbalance. Then there are pregnant men, pregnant men, very serious. They seem like they're pregnant and we're almost wondering, when will you get that child? And I make a joke and I say, if you're a man and you've got all this pregnancy, I don't know how some parts of your body bathe, especially if you're using a shower. I want you to imagine that you're using a shower. And when you're using a shower, the water drops onto your stomach and starts spreading to all the other sides. and there are some parts of your body that will not actually bathe. So it is important that you balance your hormones. Then there is a healthy libido and improve fertility. You need a good libido if you're ever going to get children in your life. Otherwise, you're not always being up to the game, and that can interfere with those of us who are married. And then less PMS. PMS is premenstrual syndrome. Some ladies are very sensitive when they are just about to get their cycle. They are too sensitive, too moody. They're so irritable. Something small just seems to tick them off. They get menstrual cramps. And some people even do not even actually go to school or to work for 2-3 days. That could be a sign that you're having toxins. And then, of course, is your menopause. Actually, if you're very healthy, you might not even know when you're getting into menopause, because menopause is almost as bad as the puberty stage for girls. So that
Margaret, you have muted yourself. Kindly unmute.
Okay, so I was saying that if you take care of yourself very well, you might not realize when you're going to when you're getting into menopause. And I know we say that there's menopause for ladies. There is also andropause for men. So we all go through those challenges. And then, of course, hormonal systems like adrenaline fatigue treatment. Adrenaline is where we've got a small, adrenaline is the thing that if you were to get something frightening happening, then your adrenaline goes up to tell you to act. So if you don't have a good system, your adrenaline may not warn you in time to take action. So that is very important. I think because I interfered with the screen, let me share again. Let me just go back and share again because of that small challenge there, and we'll go right back. Sorry for that. Okay. Yeah. Let me just go up to, yeah, so we were talking about that. And then there's improved immunity. And a time like now, you know, you need a good immunity. Immunity is your ability of the body to fight off disease and bacteria that could come in. And it is important that you have a good immunity. So when your immunity is improved, you've got reduced hypersensitive reactions and inhibits inflammations and other ailments and promotes better balanced nutrition. And then improve state of mind, better sleeping habits, because if you don't sleep well, also you can get weight, and not sleeping well interferes with your mental function, how you reason, how you react, all that is there. Then improved mental clarity and alertness, and then it gives yourself an inner peace and calmness. Now, these are the products that we use for detox, and I'm not doing them in the order in which you should take them. I think at the end, maybe I'll give the order, but these are the products. So there's fiber tablets, and the key things that fiber tablets does, it actually deals with the intestinal function, especially the large intestine, the colon. And what it does is that it contributes to a feeling of fullness, because fiber, the way it is done, if you take our fiber tablets, they actually sell to 50 times their normal size. So for the distributors on the call, get some fiber, put it on half a glass of water, 2 of them, and you're going to realize in about half an hour, that glass will be half full with fiber. So it leaves a very small space for you to eat. And so that is how it helps with managing weight. Because then we tend to eat until we are full, not until we are satisfied. Eating until you are satisfied is when you're no longer feeling hungry. Eating until you're full is eating until there's no more space left in your system. So most of us have a thing of eating until we are full. So this one gives you a sense of fullness, so you cannot eat as much as you want. And then the other thing about fiber is that it is able to help in weight management, like I said, because of its ability to swell and take up some space. And then it cleans the colon. The colon has got mucus, almost like the mucus you and I remove when we've got a bad cold. And so the mucus, the fiber tablets put a lining on the colon and help food to slide with ease. If you don't have enough fiber, then your stomach or the colon has no mucus lining. And so as food gets down the colon, it goes scratching a few parts of the colon. And so with time you get colon cancer because there's nothing to help food slide down. And then our fiber is very unique. It's got both soluble and insoluble. Soluble fiber is the one that you find from very soft fruits. Insoluble is the ones you find from very hard grains and fruits. So you need a bit of the two. So ours is great because it's got both the soluble and insoluble. And usually you take 4 tablets half an hour before one of your main meals. Or if you can't take the 4, then you can do 2, half an hour before your lunch, 2, half an hour before your breakfast. or after or before your dinner. It has to be at least minimum of half an hour, because it takes half an hour to work. And then that's how you take it. And you usually need a lot of water. You need a lot of water to take fiber. And the other thing that fiber does, it controls your motions. If your stool is too loose, you can use fiber to tighten it up. Or if it is too tight, then fiber will also help to regulate and bring it back to the right size. And then we've got BetterGuard. BetterGuard is actually our main detoxifying product. In fact, this is the product that Dr. Arthur first came up with. And it's after making this product that he moved from treating people with chemotherapy, the chemo that you and I know, and came up with these products that you can actually be well and healthy for the rest of your life as long as you use these health products. And so he moved from curative medicine to prevention. And so this is one of the products that you really, really need to use. And what it does, it promotes the body's natural detox, collecting of the toxins in the body. So it actually helps with collection of toxins. And it helps you, especially on the environment, the air, the water, the bad pollutants that are there, and helps with things that we call free radicals. Free radicals are things that are usually found in the environment. And then it has got some B vitamins. B vitamins are very key. And one of the things B vitamins do is they help with breaking down food to give you energy. They help with breaking down carbohydrate. And they're also very good for people with things like acne, any skin disorder. B vitamins also help with stress, because stress is also not good for you. B vitamins help with a good skin. They grow hair and give you very good energy levels. So B vitamins are extremely useful. And B vitamins also help to control blood pressure, because they help with turning the bad cholesterol into good cholesterol. And then, of course, when you take BetterGuard and include zinc and add it to zinc, and one of the products, omega-3, it gives you what we call GTF. GTF stands for glucose tolerance factor, and that's very useful for people with diabetes because they're not able to tolerate glucose. So when you combine with zinc and BetterGuard, it gives you that GTF, glucose tolerance factor, and then it's got things like chromium. And people who are diabetic especially get a burning effect in their bodies. And the BetterGuard is what helps them to remove that burning effect. So BetterGuard is an extremely important product. So if you're on this call and you cannot afford any of our products, whether the ones I'm going to talk to or the person who invited you, whatever they talk to you about, then this is the one product that you must get, because it also has zinc, and zinc is very key at a time like now, because it will help you to boost immunity. BetterGuard is also good for people with allergies or have got respiratory challenges. So anybody with allergies, bad allergies, BetterGuard is an excellent product. And then we've got multimineral. The key things about multimineral, it cleans it deals with what we call the lymphatic fluids. Lymphatic, I said, is the one that warns you when you get a heart or a toe or somewhere and a tonsil swells. That is actually the work of the lymphatic system. And the key things about our multimineral is that it's got the key minerals that your body needs. So we've got a multivitamin and we've got a multimineral. And our multimineral has got what we call macro and micro. Macro are the minerals you need that are very key. And there is also micro that are needed in very small percentages, and others called trace. Trace are needed in small percentages, but if you don't have them, you suffer greatly. Trace are like iron. If you don't have iron, you're anemic. Iodine, if you don't have iodine, you get a thyroid problem. And actually the best way to know somebody has a thyroid problem, if you look at people, it's just that they don't know. Most people with a thyroid problem have got eyes that look like they're popping out of their socket. People have got eyes that are almost like out of the socket. That's an indication of a thyroid problem. So multimineral, very good for that. Multimineral is also very helpful for ladies, especially those of us who get a heavy cycle. This will regulate the cycle, a very important product. And then for pregnant women, I remember giving one to a pregnant woman whose baby was not turning the head down so that she could be able to get a normal birth. And she'd been told she's go for a CS. But just a few days before that CS, I suggested, no, I think you need to use one of our products. And I remember giving her multimineral and the baby turned. So can you imagine a product helps somebody not go through a CS? For the ladies on the call, if you've been through a CS, you know what I'm talking about. And then it helps with alfalfa. Alfalfa is a plant that is very rich in minerals. And then it is got a customer formula, like I said, with trace minerals. And then its usage, usually take one a day on normal occasions. But if you're in a detox, you take 2 times 3, 2 after every meal, 2 after breakfast, 2 after lunch, and 2 after supper. Then we've got our exclusive garlic. And many people are very uncomfortable with garlic because of the odor. And we know our Asian community is very good with garlic. And if you realize there are some illnesses that those people will never have, and it's because they're very good with things like garlic and other herbs that we use. So an excellent, excellent thing. One thing I want to say about garlic is that if garlic is odorless, it is of no value, because sometimes you find people telling you of an odorless garlic. There is nothing like an odorless garlic. The moment garlic has no odor, it is of no use. The power of garlic is in its odor. So if you're taking a garlic in a rufu, you have not helped yourself. There's nothing you're doing. Now, what is so peculiar and different about our garlic? Number one, it's got what we call targeted delivery. Our garlic is coated in such a way that it only breaks open when it gets to the small intestines. And that is where it is needed, where the acid is. So if a garlic opens up between the mouth and the digestive system before it gets to the gut, it is not being useful to you. So ours is excellent because it's got that targeted delivery. And as a result of it opening up in the intestine, it has you don't get a bad breath after taking our garlic. The other thing about our garlic, it stimulates the immune system. It's a natural antibiotic. So instead of taking amoxicillin, Septrin, taking your antibiotics, Augmentin, garlic is a natural antibiotic. And what is good about it, a natural antibiotic, it has no duration. The other antibiotics have got a duration after 7 days. If you continue using it, it's useless. And also if you don't take it well, and the other chemical antibiotics is that if you don't finish the duration given, you always need a stronger one. That's why if you have been put on an antibiotic, the chemical one, take it for all the days. Otherwise, if you stop in between, then the next time you are unwell, you need a stronger dose. And then it helps to fight infections. This is an excellent product for ladies who get candida. And candida is an itchiness that happens in the private parts. And usually it happens maybe because of the pads that we are using and the heat that is generated down there, especially depending on what you're using when you're on our cycle. So it's an excellent product for candida. And then it also helps to lower blood pressure. And an excellent, excellent product. It lowers blood pressure because it thins the blood. Because when you've got blood pressure, your blood is so thick. So in that area where it is thick, it causes a lot of pressure. So I cannot overestimate, overemphasize on the importance of garlic. Then we've got our final product, which is stage 6. And that product got its name because actually digestion takes 6 stages. And maybe I'll take you back to biology in school. There's diet, what you eat. Then your food goes to digestion, which is the second stage. After digestion, the food goes into circulation. After it is circulated, it goes into absorption. After absorption, it goes to assimilation. After assimilation, it goes into elimination. So the 6th stage of elimination, this product got its name from that 6th stage because its main work is to help you eliminate. And it has got natural herbs, and that makes it very comfortable because sometimes some of the things that they give you, especially if your elimination is not good, they give you cramps and pains in the stomach. This is very comfortable because it's a total herbal product. And then it supports natural bowel elimination. So if you're that kind of a person, you're not having a good elimination system, then you need to take our stage 6. The only thing is that if you're taking it for that particular reason of assisting with bloating and constipation, you should not take it for more than 7 days. And then stage 6 is also very good for people who get food poisoning because it helps to trap all that poison and drop it out of the body. So stage 6 is an excellent product. Make sure you always have it in your home because it helps. Now, there are some categories of people who should not take these products, and I'll talk about them. And then it enhances a cleansing action to aid the body's process. And then it is mild, it's very mild. Usually you take 1 to 4 tablets. Why we say 1 to 4 is that different people need different dosages depending on their system for elimination. Now, there's a certain category of people who should not take the detox or even use stage 6. Number one, people who are pregnant. Women, please do not use stage 6, no matter how bad your constipation, because it behaves like enema, and enema is something that sets off the contractions, and you could get premature labor. Now, the people who should not do a detox are 3 categories. Very young children should not do a detox. People who are also very old should not do a detox, or people who are very sick should not do a detox, and of course, a pregnant woman. And I think I want to stop there and ask the person maybe who invited you to fill you in maybe on how it is done, or maybe if you really need to, you can get in touch with me. I want to hand over back to Purity to take us to the next stage. But what I want to say about a detox, some of the benefits, you get very good clear skin, your alertness and concentration is very nice. Some people's skin is actually dark out of toxins. Your eye area becomes very white. So if you find your white eye area getting red and red, it could be a sign of toxins. Your alertness and concentration is very good. You eliminate, you can even find you eliminate 2-3 times a day, and you just feel good. It's got a sense of well-being and feeling good, and then very good energy levels, and you sleep very, very well. I also know of somebody who was, I think, 104 kilos when they came onto the business. I don't know if she's on the call, Joyce Gishoro. And Joyce lost, when she went on the detox, she lost 3 to 4 kilos. She actually lost 4 kilos when she went on the detox. Can you imagine you carry 4 kilos of waste? Every year you collect 4. So you must do a detox once a year, not only for just the sake of cleansing, but to keep away cancer, especially. And of course, like we said, we clean our houses every day, we clean cups, we clean places, but we also need to clean and help our body to do the detox. So I want to hand back to Purity. And Purity, if you can hear me, Purity?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you, Margaret.
Okay, so I want to take it back to you, just in case there's anything else that I need to address.
Okay, thank you so much. Wow, that is wonderful. And as we always truly say that you are actually one of the people who should be at the part of the SAB, the Scientific Advisory Board. And we are so grateful. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your sacrifice. You have really trained from your heart. Very informative, very well researched. And truly, we have really understood. And I believe everyone on the call, you have now seen the importance of doing a detox. So if you have not done any for this year, kindly organize yourself and make sure the year does not end before you do a detox. It's very, very, very important to maintain a very good and very healthy system. I don't think I've seen many questions. Yeah, I think maybe you can start with the one of the order. You had said that at the end, you are going to tell us the order of the detox. I would kindly maybe request you, Margaret, to start with the order. How do we do? Yeah. We use the product, yes.
Usually start with stage 6. And why we will start with stage 6 is because we want to make sure that you're already able to eliminate before the toxins can be collected. So stage 6 you usually take between 2 and 4. So for the first 3 days, you're establishing what your body system can handle. So what is amazing is that people who are big, who've got a lot of size, only use 2 stage 6. And the people who have a smaller body like Purity can use up to 4. So for the first 3 days, you're only assessing, does my body use 2 stage 6, 3, or 4? So usually start with stage 6 at bedtime. So day 1, you take 2 at bedtime with a lot of water. First thing in the morning when you wake up, you take a glass or 2 of water. If you go for a long call immediately, it means your system works with 2. If you don't go for a long call immediately, you'll go for a long call sometime in the day, maybe 10, 11, 12, or even afternoon. That means your system needs more stage 6. So day 2, you go to 3 and you do the same process, 3 at bedtime with a lot of water, fasting in the morning, water. If you go for a long call, it means your system works with 3. If not, then day 3, you use up to 4. 4 is the maximum. 4 at bedtime with a lot of water, and in the morning fasting, a glass of water, and you should be able to go for a long call. So for the first 3 days, it's only establishing whether your system works with 2, 3, or 4. So even on the container, you'll see it marked 2 to 4, and you're wondering at what stage. The only thing that is on the container is that do not use for more than 7 days, but that is if you're using it as a laxative. If you're using it for the detox, then you use it for the whole 7 days. But if we had a product called acidophilus, we would not use stage 6. Actually, it is that thing of stage 6 that has brought in a product called acidophilus, but unfortunately, it's not in the East African market. It's in the South African market. And every so often we are able to get it here. But because we do not have acidophilus, then we just have to do with the stage 6. After the 3 days, you still continue with your stage 6, whatever dosage it was on day 4. So on day 4, you're going to introduce the next 3 products. You're going to introduce, actually 2, you're going to introduce Betagard, 2 times 3, 2 after breakfast, 2 after lunch, 2 after supper. And then of course your stage 6, whatever number is working at bedtime. So 2 times 3 Betagard, 2 times 3 multimineral plus alfalfa, all of them taken after your breakfast. And then you're also going to introduce on that day 4 fiber tablets. Usually you take them 4 of them. The best time I've found is to take them 4 half an hour before your dinner. They tend to work well in the evening compared to the morning hours. And what the fiber does is that you get filled up with smaller portions, and you need a lot of water when you go into the fiber. And it also regulates the stool, because some people, when they use stage 6, their stool gets a little bit and comfortable. And so fiber will regulate the motion, not too hard, not too soft, as it also cleans the colon. And then finally, after the 30 days is when you use your garlic. And your garlic, you take 3 times 3 for 9 days. That means 9 a day for 9 days, for 6 days, 9 a day. 9 a day is 3 times 3 times 3 for 6 days. You realize that the pack of 60 will actually get to 50 something already done. So you actually need a whole packet. So garlic is taken finally after the detox, because the small intestines are the only ones the products do not touch. So that is how you take your detox. There is the other one you can do with only 3 products, where you've got Betagard, multimineral, and stage 6. And if you choose to use Betagard, multimineral, and stage 6, you still do in that order that I've given, that you start with your stage 6, then from day 3, you introduce your Betagard and multimineral. There's also another one called a half detox. Half detox, you only use the garlic. And how you do with the garlic is that you take 6 a day for 10 days. Then you take a break of 10 days, a break of 2 weeks. Then you continue again for 10 days, 6 a day. That we call a half detox. So if you cannot afford the whole detox, then at least do the half detox. But if you're able, we should be able to go and do the detox, the 3-day one, because that's the most current and the best to be able to do. Final thing I want to say about our products, they are exclusive, they are natural, and they follow those 6 stages of digestion. Why I give you the 6 stages of digestion is because food goes through all those 6 processes. Now, there are 3 types of supplements you'll find in the market. You're going to find what we call synthetic. Synthetic is chemical, and your body cannot work with chemical things. And that is why sometimes you go and talk to a doctor and say you're on supplements. They tell you no, do not use them, because most doctors only know about synthetic that are done in the lab. And our bodies, unfortunately, cannot work with them because, number 1, chemicals will store in the body. Number 2, they skip the stages of digestion. They might only go through diet and digestion and skip all the other 4 and then go into elimination. So it's as good as throwing your money down a pit. And then we've got organic. Organic has got synthetic and a bit of natural. And then we've got what we call whole food. Whole food comes exactly how food is. And our products are whole food. And I know sometimes people say it is expensive, but I want to ask you, expensive compared to what? I mean, I see people putting fuel 20,000. At least I know that's how much we use in a month for our car. 20,000 shillings a month for the car to just move you from point A to B. Imagine something that costs 5,000 you're refusing to buy, or even 2,000. I don't know how we can help you. And today I want you to go and ask yourself, between your house rent and the food you eat, which one takes more of your money and which one is more important to you? But if you understand that health is your greatest wealth, I would rather you lived in a smaller house and ate quality food and had supplements. And supplementation now is not even a foreign thing. People with animals have always supplemented. You find a very thin farmer and the cow is so fat because not only is it eating good food, but it has supplement, the leek, the salt that they give it, the multivites. Imagine you give animals multivites to be more energetic, to give you more produce, more milk, better meat quality, and you is the one providing all those things. You're not taking even a supplement. Surely I want to challenge you on that. Ladies, the amount of money we spend on our hair, on clothes, and you know, this is the only thing, investment in a body that has to carry you through this life until when God will call us home. So thank you very much, Purity. I think I want to stop there because of time. I think we're just about on time. And back to you, Purity. Thank you.
Thank you so much once again, our leader and our trainer. We are so happy. And actually, as you have talked about the order of the detox, I think we've been able to now understand how to go about it. Somebody was asking whether they have acidophilus in the, I think in the US or UK. UK, so she was asking whether.
Yeah, acidophilus is available in the UK.
I think you said it is, they can use the acidophilus instead of stage 6.
They could use the acidophilus instead of stage 6, but if they have the acidophilus, could you ask them to go to the Neolife YouTube and check the 3-day detox? The 3-day detox for them would work better if they have acidophilus. Acidophilus is available in the UK market and in the US.
Okay, thank you so much.
So they could go through the 3-day, and the good thing about the 3-day detox that is available in those markets, they sell it with a program and a booklet of exactly what you're supposed to do when.
Okay, I'm sure the person is in the call and she has heard. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Someone was asking about a lactating mother, but I think you said those are the people that should not detox.
They shouldn't detox. A lactating mother, no.
Yeah, so that contraception in any way?
No, it doesn't interfere with contraception in any way because it is a natural thing. It doesn't interfere with contraception. We don't even have anything for contraception because we only deal in natural products. So it will not interfere with any contraception that you're using. No, it will not. It will not.
That is great.
It will not.
Yeah. Somebody's asking about, what about eating a lot of pepper? Does it have any side effects?
Pepper is very good. In fact, that's why you find people who eat pili, they never actually get sick. The only thing is that it can be very irritable to the stomach, depending what it is that you're eating with. The only thing I want to say is that when you go on a detox, make sure that half of your plate has got fruits and vegetables, taking a lot of water. For ladies, up to 10 glasses, for men, 13. And 13 for men because they sweat a lot. Men need more water than we do. And water is very, very important. In fact, make sure you consume 2 liters of water every day. I know people are going through dialysis today because they did not allow their kidneys to flush out often enough. And if your kidneys are not flushing often enough, you could actually end up with toxins in the blood, and the kidneys are not able to remove when you end up in dialysis. So water intake, and water is water. I know that people say, I take it in tea, I take it in juices. No, it's like a petroleum car wanting to put diesel in it. It will not work. Water is water. If it's very bad, add honey, natural honey, but please take water. 2 liters a day on a minimum. But when you're on a detox, you need 10 for ladies and 13 for men. And then, of course, try and eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, basically raw food, raw or boiled. Avoid fried food. Raw or boiled food is very good for you when you're on the detox.
Wow, thank you so much. Someone is asking for your number. I'm sure you can put it on the chat.
Do I want to put a number? I think let her get through the person who invited her and they'll get in touch with me.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our leader.
I think that's what I'll prefer. Thank you.
Yes, that is great. Yeah, that is the way to go.
Yeah, because if they get in touch with me, they need to go through the person who invited them. It will make it easier.
Yeah, surely. And you have heard the person asking the question. Yeah, kindly. You can be able to reach our leader through the person who invited you. Please get in touch with them. They'll be able to help you. So thank you so much. I believe you have been able to answer all the questions, and this is very good and very wonderful. Somebody is asking about the recording. Yes, we are doing the recording, and you'll be able to get it maybe tomorrow or maybe a few days before the weekend. You'll be able to get the recording so that you can listen again and again. This is a great topic. This is very informative, and we truly need to understand and actually do as we have been taught today. So I once again want to really say thank you so much, Margaret, for the wonderful training. May God bless you so much. We are always excited to have you training us because we learn so much from you. And if you're a guest today, kindly talk to the person who invited you. They'll be able to show you even how you can start this as a business. If you can be interested to do the business, we have a business opportunity in Neolife. You can actually join, become a member, be able to buy the products for yourself at a discounted price, and also be able to help other people. But if you just want to use the products, again, speak to the person who invited you, they'll be able to help you to get these products. So for me, I want to say thank you to each one of you. Thank you for being on the call, learning together with us. And I just want to say thank you to even our Director of Sales, Paul Mwatu, for always being there for us, always hosting us in this training every Tuesday and many other days. So Paul, thank you so much. And we truly appreciate the good work that you are doing. So I can see we have even other guests like Husna. I've seen Husna Mkupete. Husna, you're most welcome. And thank you so much for being on the call. And thank you for the wonderful. Good evening. See you tomorrow again. We shall have another training. You can also invite a friend. So for me, I want to say bye-bye and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you.